The soldiers on the diplomatic front have absolutely no trust in the enemy's words and promises. Our only criteria is to achieve tangible results before we fulfill our commitments in return. Until we are certain that the rights of the Iranian people have been secured, we will not approve any agreement. The guarantee behind this strategy is our own lives, which we hold in our hands, ready to sacrifice for the people of Iran.
Iran has declared that a new phase of the conflict with Israel and the United States has effectively begun, signaling a sharp escalation in rhetoric amid already fragile negotiations. Tehran continues to take a hardline position, even as Washington attempts to shape the framework of a possible peace deal through diplomatic pressure and strategic leverage. An aide linked to Mojtaba Khamenei's political circle has stated that there will be no agreement with the United States unless the rights of Iranians are fully secured. At the same time, Iran's parliament speaker has refused to approve what he described as a blank check in ongoing talks with Washington, reinforcing internal resistance to compromise. Amid this escalating political messaging, slogans such as unity or defeat are reportedly echoing through parts of Tehran, reflecting the charged national atmosphere as leaders frame the moment as a turning point. With talks with the United States stuck at a stalemate, Iran's top negotiator has issued a new warning about the direction of the confrontation. Iran's parliament speaker, Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, said a new phase of conflict with the United States and Israel has already begun. Ghalibaf made the statement during a virtual session of parliament on May 31st, addressing lawmakers amid rising regional tensions.
Along this path, as I have stated repeatedly, the soldiers on the front line of the diplomatic struggle place no trust whatsoever in the enemy's words or promises. What matters to us are the tangible achievements that we must obtain in order to undertake our own commitments in return, and until we are certain that we have secured the rights of the Iranian nation, we will not approve any agreement. Unity in the face of the enemy's schemes to sow division and social fragmentation within the country deserves even greater attention from us, the members of parliament. In particular, he cautioned us against allowing even legitimate differences of opinion to degenerate into discord and division, and called upon us to embody, both in word and in action, the unity and solidarity of the nation. It is true that we do not give anyone a blank check, but we must not fall into the trap of protracted, wearisome conflicts either. Rather, through issue-oriented and expert-based oversight, the correct identification of priorities, and by placing national interests and public demands above factional and local considerations, we must chart an effective and expedited path toward resolving the country's problems.
Iran's top negotiator said recent developments reflect a wider struggle that now spans military, political, and social fronts simultaneously. The speaker accused the United States of using both economic pressure and media influence as tools against Iran. According to him, the goal of this pressure campaign is to create internal divisions and weaken Iran's national cohesion. Ghalibaf declared that the conflict is no longer limited to the traditional military battlefield. He described four interconnected fronts of confrontation: military operations, public mobilization, diplomacy, and internal governance. Iran's parliament speaker also said Tehran's missile capabilities are only possible due to what he described as sustained public support and national unity. Ghalibaf added that any future agreement must deliver tangible and measurable results before Iran makes any binding commitments. Fresh confusion erupted after reports claimed Iran and the United States were close to finalizing a new ceasefire arrangement. Tasnim news agency denied reports suggesting a major agreement between Washington and Tehran had already been finalized. Sources linked to Iran's negotiating team said Tehran has not confirmed completion of any formal agreement with the United States. Meanwhile, US Vice President J.D. Vance admitted Washington and Tehran were still not there yet despite ongoing negotiations.
If you look at what we've already accomplished here, assuming that we're able to get to a final agreement here, we're reopening the Straits of Hormuz, we've already decimated their conventional military, and we're in a position where we could substantially set back their nuclear program, not just during the term of this president, but over the long term. That's a very, very good thing for the American people. So we're not there yet, but we're very close. We're going to keep on working at it. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
American officials said serious disagreements remain over Iran's enriched uranium stockpile and key nuclear-related issues. Reuters earlier reported both sides had discussed extending the ceasefire for another 60 days amid rising Gulf tensions. The proposed arrangement could reopen maritime traffic through the Strait of Hormuz while negotiations continue behind closed doors. However, Donald Trump has reportedly not yet approved the potential agreement despite continuing diplomatic discussions with Tehran.
25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.
पच्चीस करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.